Woo! I was not expecting to see anything about Project Nami on like a random Tuesday, but here we are. In case you're unaware, Kuro Games is indeed making something else, and it's called Project Nami. With these new details, we'll hopefully learn about what in the ever-loving Nanami this is. Keep in mind though that this game is probably still years away. They're still hiring people for this, and who knows if this will be set in stone or if it'll be delayed at any point. It's also probable some of these ideas will change too, but let's go over them. I got a few things and I'll read them out for you in case you're listening to me in the background while in traffic or in a local library not doing your work.
You're not very bright, are you?
By the way, shoutouts to Narushio for posting an English version of these pictures that I believe were originally posted on Weixin. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If there's something else that's wrong with the translation or could be better understood, please do let me know below. But let's talk about it. First off, this picture. Project Nami looks like it's gonna be an action online multiplayer experience, but not specifically an MMO like Final Fantasy XVI, MapleStory, and the like. It'll be made in Unreal Engine 5 and will also have a global release aimed for all consoles. I'm curious if all consoles include the Switch 2 now, but it's interesting if true. I also wonder if that means there will be cross-platform too. Next, we have some details that go into what this game's premise and elements will be, and the gameplay style and aims. First, let me read what these images say first, then I'll do some commentary stuff and what I think about it after. Image 1. This is the era of machines and magic, original IP. Bare guns, rune-covered armor, giant war machines powered by energy. Shattered mountains, sunken lands, magic cannot escape the coming darkness. When she raises the banner of resistance, the light of flame will shine on the fallen heroes in the ruins. Image 2. This is the era of extraordinary heroes, unique characters. They have distinctive personalities, different shapes, and unique three-dimensional fighting and mobility styles. They are attracted to each other and gradually gather together to overthrow the powers that be. Image 3. This is the era of passionate warfare, multiplayer action combat. Devote yourself to a mission greater than yourself. Team up to fight strong enemies, face death together, and return to battle again and again. In the end, face a fated showdown. Image 4. This is the era of steady growth, progression, and development. Battle to battle, defeat enemies, collect equipment, comprehend the richly varied skills, and awaken the branch of the battle specialization. As you grow, the flame of hope will continue to burn. Okay, now let me give my thoughts, and I have two encompassing ideas. What I think this is, and where I think this comes from, and I will be shocked if my second point is later revealed as true. But first, what I think this is and digesting things. From my understanding of this, well, it's entirely new, and it looks to be a potential mashing together of mech and magic, and that sounds rad as hell. If this is where they're going, I'm down for it. Since I've been playing a lot of Mecha Break lately, I fucking love that game. It tickles my X-Steel funny bone I've sorely missed since the servers shut down. But anywho, if this is a multiplayer online action mech game, I'm assuming there will be classes or archetypes you can build into if there's a build crafting aspect. I'm also guessing this is a highly cooperative experience too, since it highlights playing with others to conquer foes, and that puts me in the mind space of something like Monster Hunter. This is because of that third and fourth image talking about progression. It reeks building up a sexy and highly customized long-range magic-focused mech, or an uber CQC rushdown physical mech. Like, the idea sounds sick. I don't think we'll be carving off scales or pieces of enemies for armor or guns though. Unless I'm wrong, then sure. I'm hoping though that this will go beyond just co-op and tackling stuff. Like, I hope mechanic-wise there's something more. I say this because of the last line of the second image saying that they're attracted to each other to gather power. Like, it'd be cool if this is similar to Final Fantasy XI's magic system, or even something simpler like Anthem's Prime and Detonation system. Something where it's not just shooting or attacking a thing. Being able to cooperatively chain or bounce off of another person's hero and their skills would be super cool, albeit frustrating when others don't know or purposefully don't do it. But we do know for sure that this is aiming to be a multiplayer online action experience, which I think is definitely new for Kuro. I wonder if we'll be seeing PvP too, but only time will tell. The second thing though is where I think this entire idea is being evolved from. For those of us that have played PGR for a long while, you'll remember a specific mode and it was never seen again, and I don't think it was ever really built upon. It was a one-off gameplay experiment. I think this might be an extension based off of Anchor Realm, but combining the bigger elements they like mecha stuff, which they have yet to be fully realized in a player experience on a larger scale. Like, mech stuff isn't really in Worthing Waves at this point, except for like Mech Abomination, which I don't count. And PGR has some of it, but it's limited to the experience and style of the game PGR is. It just seems to me that Anchor Realm, in a way, matches up decently well as a concept with what we're learning here. It was where we got to experiment on high mobility through the wirebug-esque grapple meant to get closer to the boss. It was where we got a true cooperative experience where we targeted limbs to pin and eventually call down an orbital strike on the boss. And it was also where they fondled with some kind of really bare-bone build crafting ideas under the guise of a hero, quote-unquote, who were Lucia, Bianca, and Karenina. They all encompassed a style of play too, even though everyone just played Bianca since she was so safe and just good to use. To me, it's odd that this idea was just done after one go, and maybe Project Nami is where we'll maybe see some of the feedback and data they gathered from this old PGR mode. To me, I envision an online mech co-op experience where you go down to whatever hellhole and take down a target. You're either kitted out with guns and other weapons along with magic abilities from runes and stuff, leaning into that last image where progression is tied to the gear you get from successful runs. Or you go down with a preloaded hero character which fulfills a niche, and you may get add-ons or ways to customize each hero for a specific task upon successful run. But either way, to me, I'm getting this tingly, spidey sense feeling in my nipples that Anchor Realm may be attached to this project. Or maybe my nipples are really itchy, I don't know, it could be either or. Overall though, to say I'm intrigued would be an understatement. I'm very curious to know what they're cooking up since I like what I'm hearing. And since I am listening, what are you all thinking? Is this sounding like you'd give it a go? What are some things that would definitely turn you off to it? And do you think this could be a gacha game? Because to me it doesn't sound like one. Maybe live service, sure, but not specifically gacha. But tell me your thoughts on Project Nami since I'd love to know. In any case, thank you for letting me take your time, like and sub, and be safe out there.